Hey y'all. So I thought it would be a good time to do a car chat because I got a comment from one of my viewers on one of my videos about getting over your ex, your baby daddy. And I just felt like this would be like a good time to go ahead and do an update about this. In November of this year, I'll be celebrating 5 years married to someone different. But I kept those videos up, and I kept the videos about dating somebody in prison and getting over your ex and getting over your baby daddy because I know how helpful it is. I know how hard that hold can be dealing with your child's father, especially if y'all were together for a while, y'all have kids together, y'all possibly were thinking about talking about marriage, or shoot, even if not, like reproducing with somebody is a big deal. So I'm just gonna share a few things that helped me, and like I do recommend that you watch my playlist because it has a lot of great advice too, but just some advice that I would recommend. So first thing I'm gonna say is you have to be ready in order to get over him. That's the first step. If you are not really ready, you can watch every advice video in the world. You can vent to your friends, to your family, co-workers, strangers on your live and on Facebook or TikTok or wherever else. But the first step is really being ready to be tired and done with the situation. And for me, that took some years. I dealt with my child's father on and off for about 7 years. And it wasn't until my son turned 1 that I really deep down realized that I deserved better. I was tired of the toxicity between the two of us in that relationship, and that I was done. It's funny because he ended things with me because he was entertaining someone else, and I was not necessarily ready that day when he decided to end it. But as I was upset, as I was double texting, as I was sitting here crying, trying to figure out what I did wrong when I didn't do anything, I realized that I was tired of doing this with him. Like, mind you, we met in high school. So I'm talking about high school sweetheart, me going to college, us getting engaged when I was in college, us breaking up because of his foolishness, getting back together. It had been a long cycle from, 15 to 22, I think, of me just like going back and forth with him. So the first step really was when I realized like how much hurt he had done, and like I would keep taking him back, and every time I took him back it would be the same thing. It would be good at first, and then we go back to the same foolishness, the lack of care, the lack of responsiveness, dealing with other women messaging me or telling me that he's talking to them too. Like I deserve better than that. And even though I didn't want to be a single parent, I also didn't want to be dealing with somebody that I'm calling my boyfriend, but they out here telling other people I'm just their baby mama. And I'm sitting here doing all the work to take care of our child. Like, no, if I'm going to do bad, I'm going to do bad by myself. And I wasn't doing bad. Really, the bad was him. Once I let him go and I truly decided to be done, things started to improve in my life once I closed that chapter and let it go. It was hard because I was used and comfortable with him, but at the end of the day, like, I wanted to be happy more than I wanted to be with him. And I'm not gonna lie and say it was easy. Like, I'm at a point now where I've completely forgiven and moved past, and I don't have no ill feelings towards him. I don't have anything against him, and him and I are very mature and responsible in how we engage with each other. That first year or two after the breakup, I won't say I was at that place yet. I won't say that, I was mature enough to have conversations with him or about him without getting in my feelings or getting, to a point where I wanted to throw a little jab or be shady. Now it's just like, it's a part of life. It ebbs and flows. It took me a minute to really forgive and move past because I felt like my time was wasted. I felt like I wasted a lot of my good years, and I still feel that way, running behind men. But it wasn't just him, because like I dated other people in college too because we broke up a lot. So it's like I wasn't just gonna be single just because he and I broke up. I wasn't just sitting there crying and waiting the whole time now. But, you know, having that baby, you start to sit your butt down somewhere and really reflect. And for me, it wasn't my time to be Carisha and be acting bad and being outside. Like, I was trying to focus on being a healed girl so I could be a better mom. And then once I was done with that, like, I didn't hop into another relationship real fast. I did meet my husband, but we were just friends for a while before we got together. But it wasn't, like, so quick that I didn't have time to move on and move forward. And so, eventually I did get the closure from him, Josiah's dad. But, like, that apology came at a point where I was already, like, about to get married. And at that point, like, it's like apology accepted, but it doesn't change anything, like, about what I'm finna do. And it wasn't like I want to get back with you type apology. It was like, I'm sorry. Like, I was childish. It was an apology that I would have appreciated when I still cared. It wasn't that I didn't appreciate the apology when I got it, but it's like, thank you, but I don't need your validation anymore. And I think when you're trying to heal, if you realize, like, hey, I don't need to be validated by you. My worth is not attached to what you think about me. And I think once you get to a point where that becomes true for you, you will be just fine. Right now, in this healing phase, when you still care about that man, you don't want him mad at you. You don't want him to think less of you. You don't want him dating nobody else. You think, oh, well, she must be better than me if he dating her. No, she just don't know he a fool yet, girl. And she just looking at looks or what he can offer, because you do know the real him, and he's not been good to you. So let it go. Prioritize your health, yourself, and your baby. And in time, you will be over it. You'll be laughing that you used to care about that so much. But y'all, I gotta go inside so I'm not late. Comment down below. Drop some advice for my girl in the comments. And let me know if you have any other topics that you want some advice on. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye.